40-year-old LeBron Perk dropping 40 again, this time against the Portland Trailblazers. We're going to pick it up with under 8 minutes left in the second quarter here. Lakers lead 36-20. LeBron goes up and under. Nice little layup there.
Nice little slippery heel in his bag, get that mid-post area. Then right here, nice action by J.J. Redick. LeBron James backdooring the little back screen. I love it.
LeBron gets the Lakers lead up to 18, going ahead to the third here, the beginning. Lakers up 9 now. LeBron
1,
gets the pass
2,
down the court.
3, 4. 4 Trailblazers defenders back, no problem.
And still has it.
Yakum.
Drains the triple. Lakers lead 78-77 after 3. So this one got interesting down the stretch. Remember Austin Reeves, after he was ejected last game, he had a little something to prove here.
Been playing at an all-star level. Even though he didn't make the all-star game, you heard the praises from LeBron James. Look at that chemistry.
LeBron knocking down the 3 there. And then later in the fourth, same score here. LeBron James, good from 3 again.
That trade ball. Yakum.
What are you saying?
Yakum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Under 7 minutes left in the fourth, James knocks down the floater here. He would finish with a game-high 40 points. LA leads 95-86. And then James finds Austin for the triple. Reeves, 32 points, 7 assists. Having a little fun with his elder statesman after the game.
40 ball, Otis!
Why are you so like 24 years old? Made a lot of money in this league. Why?
I still love the game, and I still got a lot to give to the game, give to my teammates, give to this league. For while I'm here, I don't have much time left. So while I'm here, to the end of time, I'm going to try to give what I got when I'm out on the floor.
So you may bring this stat to your next GOAT debate. Michael Jordan, LeBron, the only players in NBA history with 40-point games after turning 40 years young. He's done something that has rarely been done in all of sports here. And Big Perk spies exactly why.
I'm Kendrick Perkins, better known as Big Perk, and nothing gets past me.
Freeze!
Just when you thought it did get past me, there I am. I spy a problem. I spy it all. Carry the hell on. Listen, all I've been hearing about is when LeBron James is going to retire. He's 40 years old. But you know what? LeBron James played on Wednesday, and then he played again last night. That means, Malik, he played on the back-to-back. And he's 100% engaged and committed to the Lakers. You know why? They did everything. He started off with a podcast with J.J. Redick, right? And then all of a sudden, J.J. Redick becomes the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. That's who LeBron wanted. Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, they made it happen. Then all of a sudden, they draft Bronny. Bronny comes in. He gets a guaranteed deal. You see Bron right here. What he's doing and what he's saying is we have Luka, international superstar. They gave LeBron James more life. So when he set out in the All-Star game, Malika, and people were mad, that's because LeBron is committed to this organization. And when you have a happy LeBron, let me show you what happened. Again, this is on the night of a back-to-back. This is a 40-year-old LeBron, a team that probably got in at 3 o'clock in the morning. He probably went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. And watch what he does. Great action by J.J. Redick, a great team that's been playing well, the Portland Trail Blazers. 7-2 clinging, okay? One of the best shot blockers in the game, no problem. Little fadeaway by Braun. Then here it is. You trying to headhunt me because I'm old? No, I'm going to get down. I'm going to slide these puppies on you, Anthony Simons, at 25 years of age. And watch how he get in his defensive stance. Force the turnover, going the other way. LeBron James, when he's happy, right, he's fully engaged. I've been on the other side when he's not happy, and it's not a great sight.
Well, LeBron James
and J.J. Redick agrees with me.
LeBron knows what it is going to take down the stretch, Perk. It's all right. You don't stay at the LED. You can hang on back here. I want to bring in our senior writer, Brian Windhorst, into this conversation because you've covered LeBron for over 2 decades, Brian. If anything, what still surprises you about LeBron at 40?
That he can get up for a game in mid-February on a Thursday night in Portland. Because, look, I don't want to overstate this. It was a Thursday game in February. This was an important game for the Lakers, okay? They had just lost to the Jazz and the Hornets. Tomorrow, I believe on ABC, they are playing the Nuggets, who have
Correct.
beaten them 12 out of 13 times. That makes this game important for the Lakers. And Luka Doncic is sitting out because he's still recovering from the calf injury. So LeBron, who played 38 minutes on Wednesday night, and the last 15 minutes of that game did not come out in the end of the third and the whole fourth quarter, comes through with a 40-point game when the Lakers need it, and they get a victory over a team, yes, it doesn't have a good record, but it won 6 straight games at home. And Malika, I want to take a step back and tell you that since he turned 40 on December 30th, he's played in 22 games. The Lakers have won 14 of them. He is averaging 26, 8, and 9 on 54% shooting since his 40th birthday. Yes, two 40-point games, also 2 triple-doubles. Look at the way this guy is playing right now and how badly the Lakers need it.
Was he sweating more or less than Perk is right now?
Saying, why every time I come in this studio, I got to ask him to turn the AC on?
We'll work on it for you, big fella. You remember how I said there was 8 straight heading into the All-Star break? The Nuggets hosted the Hornets last night. Nikola Jokic, remember, 25 triple-doubles this season. Russell Westbrook set the record with 42. But this play, all about Aaron Gordon.
That grown man, straight daddy ball, punished them, started on the wing, finishing the interior. Here we go again.
In the fourth quarter here, Gordon again. Little step through.
Get out of my way, little fella.
And then with the putback. He finished with 18 points in this one, Perk.
I mean, think about it. Look at this, though, Malik.
I mean,
That's a real finger roll. Some people talk about that's a real finger roll right there.
under a minute left in the fourth. The Nuggets up 124-115. Jamal Murray nails the 3. Jokic, he finished 29 points, 17 rebounds, 9 assists, so close to another triple-double. Murray had 34 points in this Nuggets win. They're the hottest team in the league right now, Perk. They've won 9 straight games. That streak has seen Denver's offense over 128 points a night. This is the Nuggets' longest win streak since 2023. And, of course, that's the season they won their first NBA championship. Now joining us after dropping a cool 18 against the Hornets last night, Aaron Gordon. AG, thank you so much for stopping by NBA Today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We just mentioned this. It's always good to see you. We just mentioned you guys have won 9 straight, the last 7 wins by double digits. Heading into the last stretch of the season, what is this group's mentality here?
Well, we just want to be playing our best basketball come April, May, and June. So now it's time to, turn it on and start making that climb.
Everyone knows it's just harder to play in Denver. I struggled to run a mile in the finals there a couple years ago. How important is it going for the first seed, the 1 seed in this postseason?
Well, I don't think we're really too caught up on seeding. We just want to be playing a good brand of basketball. We want to put a product out on the floor that we're happy with going into the playoffs. So I'm not really sure we're too caught up in seeding, just trying to win every game.
Well, putting a good product out on the floor, you and Jokic have one of the best 2-man games in the game today. I have some clips for you. Can we just walk through together what's going through your mind in these sorts of moments when you're on the floor with Nikola Jokic?
Sure. All right, so it's an entry pass. We got to see if they're going to double or not. So now we just got to get to the correct spacing. I'm getting to the dunker spot. They come to double. They try and pick up CB. They lose sight of me. I get behind the defense, and then I just give him an outlet pass. And he does the hard work, and I go straight up and get a nice little bop, reverse bop, man. Been doing it for a minute.
A little bop. And then what about this one?
Well, I mean, first off, you got Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic in pick and roll. So they had to blitz They had to blitz Jamal. Jamal hits Jokic in the pocket pass. Joker has, I think, the best floater in the game. So you have to respect that. Then you got 2 shooters in the corner and me in the dunker. It just puts the whole defense in a bind.
If you were to describe Nikola Jokic in one word, because I'm running out, I need to borrow a couple, what would it be?
Masterful.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I guess, a savant. I think those would probably be the words that comes to mind.
Masterful savant. I'm writing both of those down. I'm going to need to use them in the future because he is just incredible. Watching you guys play is so much fun. On Saturday, you face the Lakers right here on ABC. You've owned that matchup the last 3 seasons. You've won 13 of 14 meetings. What is it about the Lakers you guys just seem to turn it up for, and will Luka's arrival impact that at all?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They definitely have a new look to them.
Yeah.
But, it's not we don't really concern ourselves with other teams. You know, we focus on what's going on in our locker room. We take care of what we're supposed to take care of. And, you know, let the cards fall where they may. We focus on Denver Nugget basketball, and that's it. It doesn't really matter who's in front of us or who our opposition is.
And that's why you guys are champions. AG, would you indulge me in playing a little game? Time for a little this or that. I'm going to show you some clips here, ask you some easy questions, and you can choose one or the other, starting with this. Who had the better dunk contest? Was it Vince Carter or was it yourself?
How's that like a this or that question?
This one or that one?
I would say, I don't know. I think mine, you know.
There you go.
I don't know if that's this or that, but I think mine was the dunk contest.
What would it take to get you
sure.
back in the dunk contest?
I'm not entirely sure either. You know, if I'm healthy, maybe I do it, maybe I don't do it. You know, I've always dreamt about being in the big game, so
yeah.
That's a big goal of mine. But also just winning the championship. But it would be fun to come in and do it for the
fans.
I mean, do it for the fans.
I love that. Well, what about this or that? John Wall's mixtape or yours in high school?
Ooh, that's tough.
Right?
That's really tough. I like John's.
John's is pretty good. Yours is good too, but John's is pretty good. All right, this one just for fun. Yeah, his is pretty sick. Who's a better rapper, Jello or yourself?
I am.
You're a better rapper.
I like Jello. I like Jello. He made the nice hits, but I am.
What do you think of the swerve in that corner? Whoa.
It's a bop. It's a hit. Jello, you got one with that.
I'm like, all right, that one I'm with. AG, we always appreciate you making the time, stopping by our show. By the way, congratulations on the new partnerships with Saks. Good luck the rest of the season. We will certainly be watching. You can catch Aaron Gordon in our NBA Saturday primetime game on ABC and ESPN+. LeBron and Luka lead the Lakers against Nikola Jokic, and the Nuggets coverage tips an NBA countdown at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. And speaking of the Lakers, here's head coach JJ Redick on LeBron's 40 points last night.
I believe I saw the other day he's a billionaire. And he's playing on the second night of a back-to-back at 40 after 22 years with every frickin' record and every accolade. And the kids will say that I'm glazing him. He's one of the greatest competitors.
Can confirm that is what the kids say. But in all seriousness, for whatever reason, the Denver Nuggets have had the Lakers' number over the last 3 years. I need a percentage chance.
20.
That the Lakers could get this done?
Yeah, 20% chance. Look, I'm not high on them beating the Lakers, right? They needed to address the issue. The Mark Williams trade fell through. What do the Nuggets have outside of Jokic? They have Aaron Gordon, the guy that you just interviewed who plays grown man basketball inside as well with that connection. Again, I just don't see them getting it done. Jamal Murray has elevated his game to another level this second part of the season. So, again, I give him a 20% chance, and that's solely because of the big three, Austin Reeves, Bron, and Luka.
Austin Reeves in a big...
Yeah, he averaging 19.
I think I should take my earpiece tonight, but the game of the night, I think, Perk, was in New York. That's where Karl Anthony Towns and the Knicks went down to the wire against the Chicago Bulls in a wildly entertaining game here. We're going to pick this one up late in the fourth.
And he went dumb. That big-to-big passing, underrated part of Karl Anthony Towns' game is his ability to make others around him better.
And right there,
Big Vucevic.
putting it back.
Look at that bag right there, Malika. Look at that bag right there. Big body Brunson getting to his spot.
Just so clutch. Tie score here, 2 seconds remaining. Watch this defensive stand here.
Great defense.
Let's take a listen to how it sounded on the call by Hall of Famer Mike Breen.
Achua right there. They lob it into Vucevic. Vucevic blocked by Bridges. Oh, what a block from Bridges. And we're going to overtime.
I don't doubt Mikal Bridges against anybody in the NBA. I know that if he's defending them, it's going to be a tough night. So,
just very thankful for his long-ass arms.
And so, to overtime we go in this one, Big Perk. after that monster defensive stand there by the New York Knicks. Chicago up 2 here. Deuce McBride had a huge game starting in this one for the Knicks.
Well, Deuce McBride got a lot of minutes, and Tom Thibodeau is going to need that young man for the long haul. Trust, trust, trust.
Karl Anthony Towns gets that one to go. New York starting to be able to pull away here. But Kobe White pulls up for 3.
You had
It's
to
as
pick
good
the
as his
poison.
conditioning routine. And then White again, looking for a little bit of space and separation. Over to Vucevic, he gets one more look. Can't get it to go. New York hangs on, 113-111.
Great defensive stop by the
Karl Anthony Towns, he's made his first season for the Knicks impactful from day one. He's really turned up his game, though. 3 straight games with 30 points, 10 rebounds. That's tied for the second longest streak in team history, and only Hall of Famer Bob McAdoo has a longer streak. We have so much to get to, though, on our show this fine Friday, including whether or not it's time to shut down the process. Hear what Embiid had to say about fixing the problem in order to return to his MVP form. And
let's talk about the Timberwolves. This first half of the season, in one word, how would you describe it?
Roller coaster.
Why?
Because it's been up and down. We got hurt, but a lot of our guys stepped up like in a big way to help us win games, big time games. And so it's just been, roller coaster.
It seems like at times it's been a little bit more challenging than you're used to. What's that been like from your perspective?
It's been fun, like trying to figure it out, navigate through all of it. The way that they guard me is intriguing just because like I've never seen it before. We're at an NBA level and they just put 2 on the bar everywhere that I go or 3 on the bar everywhere that I go. I got to get accustomed to it. That's all it is. Yeah, just they ain't gonna go nowhere. My coach tell me that every day, like, the defense ain't going nowhere. Double teaming you, putting 2 people on you, trapping you, they ain't gonna stop doing it. The better you get, the worse it's gonna get. So I just gotta get accustomed to it and work around it.
You all didn't make any moves at the trade deadline. Your big move was last summer. You've had a little distance from it now. Karl Anthony Towns goes out, Julius Randle comes in, Donte DiVincenzo comes in. How do you reflect on it now?
It's fun, man, because both sides are winning. I'm super happy to see Cat doing so well. He's big time. To me, he's the best player in the East. And on the flip side, us, like I said, it's been a roller coaster, but the love that Julius and Donte brings to the team, the love for their teammates, and everything that they bring on the floor, man, that's why it's super exciting for us to get them back because we miss them out there.
Best player in the East.
Yeah, for sure.
Has reached the 40-point mark once again.
Earlier this month, you became the first Wolves player with 3 straight 40-point games. And then it looked like Cat might have been paying attention because he goes out and has consecutive 40-point games of his own. Do you guys still sort of keep tabs on each other?
So he takes me, man, listen, he takes me after I had my second 40-point game. And then I told him, like, your turn. And then he went out there and got his first one. Then I had another one. And he like, oh, you just gonna keep him coming. Then he did it again, and I text him. So, we be trying to compete with each other for sure.
And if you think that he's the best player in the East, they have aspirations to be the team that comes out of the East.
For sure.
So you could end up.
I got to see us for sure, depending on how it go.
All right, let's do a little rapid fire here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
5 championships with different franchises, or 1 championship in your career with 1 franchise?
1 with 1 franchise.
Defended by Wemby every game for the rest of your career, or defended by Drew Holiday every night for the rest of your career?
Defended by Drew.
Steal Kevin Durant's fadeaway jumper, or Steph Curry's 3?
Kevin Durant's fadeaway jumper.
Dunk on LeBron, or block Cat?
Block Cat.
MVP, or a lifetime supply of Chester's Hot Cheetos?
MVP.
It is always so much fun to sit down with Anthony Edwards. The joy that he brings to this game is palpable. But there was one part of our conversation, Brian, that you felt like illuminated something about the Timberwolves. What was that?
Yeah, I don't want to put words in his mouth or overreact to anything, just to be clear.
Yep.
But he talked about how difficult it has been for him this year facing so many double teams. This is something he's never faced before, and how he's like on to his coach and with coping, how to cope with it. And then you say, well, what do you think about the trade? And he's like, Karl Towns is the best player in the East. I mean, I don't want to put 2 and 2 together, but he's clearly dealing with life without Karl Towns. And look, the Timberwolves, what's happened to them this year, they have definitely been beset by injuries. Donte DiVincenzo, who was supposed to be the 3-point outlet for Ant, has been out a big chunk here, and he struggled when he was in there. And now Julius Randle's been out the last 3 weeks with a groin injury, so he's really feeling the pinch right now. But their offense has basically been in neutral. They basically have the same level of offense they did last year. It has not improved after the trade, and their defense is still good defense, but it's slipped a little bit, and they're in the standings have slipped a little bit. So, to me, Ant, as usual, was very enlightening there, talking about the struggle, how much he misses, basically, or not maybe how much he misses, but how much he thinks of Cat while dealing with all these double teams.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Perk.
No, he missed him. Go ahead. That's what I just wanted.
You wanted to underscore that?
Yeah.
No, I think that what he was saying, sitting with him, was yes, that this is something that he's trying to grow accustomed to, and at the same time, he is feeling the Wolves underperforming this year. He's aware of it. He's one of the most competitive guys in the NBA. As much as he does it with a smile on his face, he wants to win. How much do you trust the Timberwolves to be able to do that?
Trust? I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I trust Anthony Edwards. I don't trust the others around them. And look, we know that Anthony Edwards could drive the car across the bridge. The question is that how many of the other guys are going to be willing to help out and pay some of the damn tolls? I don't trust them. This is the thing. When they sacrificed Karl Anthony Towns, one of the best, if not the best shooting big to ever play the game of basketball, all of a sudden you bring back Julius Randle, and what happened? You get more three-point shots out of Anthony Edwards because the paint is crowded. Now you're able to load and play boxes and elbows because when Julius Randle is out there, you can load up because you got two bigs out there that you don't trust to make shots. So again, this is a learning process with Anthony Edwards, but if I had to grade him, I would give him an A. I would give the team a D. That's why I don't trust them to get back where they're trying to get back to in the ultimate goal of actually being title contenders.
Yeah, the challenge with them is that they're a second apron team, and so it's just very hard to improve their roster, and probably why I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Julius Randle after this year. I do think we should give Dante DiVincenzo a chance to meld with this team and play off of Ant, because if Dante DiVincenzo is the guy who was a record-breaking three-point shooter with the Knicks last year at 100% health, he can mitigate those things, but for various reasons he hasn't been yet, and the Wolves haven't gotten to really show their end of this trade yet.
Wendy, what was that you just said? They might not be able to keep Julius Randle?
Well, like I said, they're extraordinarily expensive, and Julius Randle's a free agent. So we'll see. Maybe they're going to re-sign him, but
I mean, you gave up Karl Anthony Towns. Again, you remember a couple months ago I said this team is on the verge of having one of the worst trades in NBA history? Yeah. You trade away.
Well, look, Perk, they tried to trade for KD. They tried to trade for KD at the deadline. It was very hard as a second apron team to do it. They could revisit those talks in the summer, but I don't even know who's going to own the team in the summer. Wendy, that's another factor that we're not even computing.
But Wendy, the reason that they tried to trade for KD is because they knew they dropped the ball when they traded away Karl Anthony Towns. That's it.
Well, they are hopeful that Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo return from injury within the next 2 weeks here. And Ant will be in tonight's Friday doubleheader as he and the Wolves take on the Rockets in Houston. The first game on our air will be a clash in the East between the Knicks and the Cavs. This is a good one, Perk.
Tell you, if I wasn't in the studio with you, I would have been at that Rockets game tonight.
NBA Countdown tips off our coverage at 6:30 Eastern. It's time for Who's the Hooper? It's trivia time. You get 3 Hooper hints, and you get to guess who is the Hooper. Are you ready? The first clue, an NBA champion in 2023. He was a top 5 pick out of Arizona and an actor in Uncle Drew and Hustle. Gentlemen, who is the Hooper?
Aaron Gordon.
Well, Perk, that's a Denver Nugget.
Well, is it?
That's a Denver Nugget.
Aaron Gordon.
Who's a Denver Nugget that went? Aaron Gordon. I thought you said Eric Gordon. Oh, sorry.
Aaron.
All right.
Who is Aaron Gordon? Is that
All
the
right.
answer? Ding, ding, ding. Kendrick Perkins. We might have to make a leaderboard for this for this game as well.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. 1-0. Tender dealing with adversity, although it looks a little bit different over in New York. The Knicks are set to face the Cavaliers tonight on ESPN. OG Anunoby here. His status is in question. Josh Hart is going to miss his second straight game with a knee injury. So, Tim, how big of a test is it for tonight's game that the Knicks have here?
Well, it's not just tonight, Malika. They have the Cavs tonight. They have the Boston Celtics in Boston Sunday afternoon, also on our air. They've got the Memphis Grizzlies next week. They've got a string of games here against elite opponents. And this is a Knicks team that so far this season is 0-3 against the Cavs and Celtics, was absolutely demolished the 2 times they played Boston this year, losing by a combined 50 points. And now they have to go into these games with, as you said, Josh Hart dealing with this tendinopathy issue in his knee. OG Anunoby, like you said, we'll see if he finally comes back tonight after missing the last few weeks after suffering a toe injury against the Lakers. Mitchell Robinson still is yet to make his season debut. And for as well as the Knicks have played, Malika, their depth issues were certainly something we looked at going back to when they made the Karl-Anthony Towns trade. And as you see here on the screen, they have the toughest remaining schedule in the Eastern Conference. And right now they're pretty much locked into that 3rd seed. And that means that to make it to the NBA Finals, which the Knicks have not done in 30 years, they not only would have to beat the Celtics potentially in the second round, they'd also have to beat the Cavaliers in the conference finals. And look, there's even a chance they might have to play the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round now that this Bobby Portis suspension has knocked him out for most of the season. So very difficult road ahead for the Knicks, and we'll see what happens this weekend.
Well, we're going to learn a lot about Tom Thibodeau, right, and how he view his bench. Malik, you talked about Deuce McBride, having a great game last night as a starter, and it's about Tom Thibodeau trusting them. Also, if you're the Knicks, do you really want the 3rd seed or the 2nd seed? Do you not want to fall?
It's dangerous.
Do you not want to fall to that 4 or 5 to maybe, play the Pacers or whoever in the first round and then get a shot at playing the Cavs the second round? If I'm the Knicks, I would try to get in that 4 or 5 range so that I could look at the Cavs in the second round and then the defending champs in the first in the conference finals.
You don't want to anger the basketball powers that be. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes that game can get a little bit tricky. Big weekend for New York. Tim Bond.